What is up, you guys? It is your girl China, aka China One, and welcome to my castle. Today we're going to be seeing what makes you cute, okay? And this is a pick a card, so obviously you got to pick a card. So group 1 is To the Sea. Okay. Group 2 is Imagine. And group 3 is Here and Now. If numbers are a signifier for you at all, To the Sea, number 7, Imagine, number 20, and Here and Now, number 32, or 5 if you want to condense it. But yeah, so you're going to pick your card, and then you're going to go in the description to your video, which is group 1, 2, or 3, or it'll be in the end cards up here, whatever you want to do. But without further ado, I will see you there. What is up, my group 3s? If you chose Here and Now, then congratulations, you have found your group. It's gotten dark outside. Last but not least is y'all. But anyway, with that being said, it's time to get read. We have the Ace of Emotions here, clarified by the Tower. Group 3, you're cute because you're a beautiful train wreck. Like, y'all are probably like, whoa, dislike. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, you all are just a wonderful ball of emotions. Like, y'all are like, can switch emotions so fast, it'll give somebody whiplash. And you know what? What's coming to my mind's eye is that video of, what's her name? Her name is Tommy, I think. And at first she's telling the guy, she's like, oh, you know, like confronting him basically. And then I think she tells him to leave, and then she's like, well, let me walk you out. Like, starts bawling after she was basically like just telling him to get out. Like, like that's what you all remind me of. You're very straight up with your emotions and the way that you feel all of them at the same time and express all of them basically like in the same sitting. You know, lots of people call you crazy, but they also can't stay away from you because they think you're adorable and they think you're amazing and they think you're crazy and they like it. And then we have the 7 of Materials here and the 3 of Inspiration. So even with Here and Now, which is your group signifier card, you all are very like in the now. You all are present, like base people. And so you're often very content with, you know, not thinking too far in the future. For one, because you will probably freak out if you do. But for 2, it's just you're like, I'm not in the future yet. Like, I'm here. So it's like, why would I think about all those things that could happen and that might happen when I can think about what's happening right now and what I can handle right now in this moment? And, you know, it's small things that, you know, people will find cute when you're like that, as far as like, you know, say you're hungry and maybe your friends or family like, you know, if you keep eating that food, the food like that, you're gonna get fat. And you're like, well, I'm not fat right now, so hey. That's for fat me to worry about when I get there. But until then, I'm hungry right now for what I want. And, you know, although people, you know, might kind of seem judgmental, it's like they really admire that quality in you and they really wish they were like that. Because in your mind, you're not really worried about much because you're like, well, when I get there, I'll handle it, right? Like, that's life. Like, just because I encounter an obstacle doesn't mean my life is over. Like, I have to deal with it. So why would I even put myself in a position to just be worrying about, you know, the future? And then we have Justice here, clarified by the 2 of Voices. Along with you all feeling everything all at once, you all also can be on 2 sides of an argument at once. So it's like, and that also makes you like a very nice person to talk to because you're not judgmental, because you can understand both sides of whatever, or all 3 sides, you know? So it's like when you get into an argument with your friends or family, or they get into an argument with each other, you'll, hear everybody out. And at first you'll be like, yeah, they're right. Or then you'll be on the other side like, actually, you know what? And, although in the moment, your friends or family might be a little irritated with you, like pick a side, they also find it very cute because it's just like you're very genuinely hearing everybody out, and it's like you genuinely can't pick a side because you feel for all of them and you understand where all of them are coming from. And you might even intervene in like arguments with strangers and be like, I was listening and I actually think and some people find this off-putting, of course, but we don't care about them. But most people find it very cute at how earnest you are. And it's like in your mind, you have several people in your head. So you're like, that's why I can understand. Because it's like, you're like, I got the crazy side of me. I got the emotional side of me. I got the serious side of me. So I understand. I understand it all. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have Temperance. And we also have the 9 of Emotions. You all are also really patient. And for some reason, people will think you're very aggressive, like first impressions kind of thing. People will think you're like very aggressive. I don't know what it is about your look. I don't know if I'm seeing something like about your eyes. So maybe you can just hold somebody's gaze really well. Like you're not afraid to look somebody in their eyes. Or maybe it's how you express yourself, because you do express a range of emotions in a short period of time. So to some people that is overwhelming and they do think you're aggressive. But when they actually start talking to you, they realize how patient you are and how you don't overtake them at all. Even though you probably have a lot to say, you wait for the right moment. Like you know how to read the room. So you're not that type of person where when somebody is telling you like expressing their emotions to you, you're not the type of person that will overtake them by starting to express your own. You can just listen and just let them rant and then be like, okay, that was awesome. And not even in the same sitting, like where you'll try to express your emotions even after they're finished. It's like you'll wait until, you feel like it's a good time. But people feel like, you're just a great listener, and it's cute. You actually might not be used to getting called cute. You're actually very intimidating to people as far as how you can hold a gaze, how you can just listen. And even when you start to express yourself, how you express yourself so boldly and without fear, and you express everything. You are like intimidating to people because they're like, oh man, did I not shuffle this? I didn't. Lame. You all are intimidating to people because they don't expect that kind of energy out of you. Like you bring such a high amount of energy. But these are the things that actually make you cute, especially to those that can handle it. It's not intimidating to them, it's just cute. And then we're going to get into some oracle. So first we have building blocks. So yeah, this is a big like this gives very much 7 of materials, because like I was saying, you're content with working in the present because you're like, either way, this is gonna affect my future, and if I'm serious about it, it'll be a positive thing and it'll help me in the long run. And you are very accepting of whatever you put out. So no matter what, whether it's like a office job or any job, or if it's just a hobby, you're very accepting of whatever you make, and you don't really critique yourself too hard. And you're not the type of person to be like kind of, oh, did I do my best? So much as you are just, how do I explain this? Like you go with the flow. So whatever you produce, you're like, oh, that needed to come out. So say, for example, if you, I don't know why I'm hearing pottery. Like if you make things with clay or something, and sometimes you just punch it and it gets all flabby and messed up, you still finish it and you keep it and you're like, I had a day, basically. But you accept it anyway because you're like, this is all me. Like, it's not so much about trying my best as it is that I'm trying and that I can start something and finish it, that I can follow through with things. And those are qualities you really need for your future. And people find this really cute because some people, other people are like, oh, shouldn't you just start over? And you're like, no, why? Why would I start over? Like, for what? Like, I started it, I just can finish it out. It's no big deal. And then I'll go again. And to you, it's not, it's like you treat your job or your hobbies as like or your assignments like as a new thing every time. So to you, it's not even like, oh, I'm building upon this, or it's like, yes, you're learning from it, but to you, you're like, well, I'm taking a whole new approach today. Like, it's not the same. That's why I accept all of it, because it's like I'm trying something different every time just to see what happens for the plot, if you will. And we have a change in the wind here. And you all, what makes you cute is that you're not afraid to change your mind. And people really like get a laugh out of this because you'll say, oh yeah, I want that. And then within the next second, you're like, oh, never mind, I don't want it. And they're like, what made you change your mind that fast? And you're like, I just decided, I thought about it. Speaking of I thought about it, we have thinker. And you're in your head a lot, but you still manage to remain present. And it's like you're in your mind making conscious decisions and intentional decisions, because you're like, I'm not just gonna let life pass me by, so I'm really thinking about it. I'm thinking hard about it. Even when it comes down to like dinner, like you're like, you think really, really hard about like, what am I gonna eat tonight? Like, this is serious, and it might be a whole big thing. You might even have like a huge list of dinner ideas, or you might use Pinterest a lot to get ideas because it's a whole big thing for you. And on the bottom of the deck, we have mending, which is definitely like you, because like I said, you will hear somebody out and you will hear it all of it. And it's like the kind of thing where you'll hear people out so well that they'll tell you, like, they'll go through all the stages of grief, or all, they'll be in denial first with what they're telling you, and then, they'll tell the truth, then they'll be at acceptance, like, they'll go through all the stages because you just listen so well. You don't interrupt them, you don't judge them. And your face, you have such a good poker face. Some of you even have RBF to where, it makes people feel comfortable. Like, it's like a confessional. And then we have why. Yes. Ever the questioning person you are. But for you, you're just like, you got to question everything just because it's a part of the experience. And even because you're cute because you are kind of a bad influence. But not in like a real negative way, but you're a bad influence because you influence people to just be crazy, but be their authentic crazy. When people bring up things that they want to do, like random spontaneous things, you're always down to go. And somebody's like, if they ask you right now, hey, do you want to go ziplining? Yeah, today. Actually, right now, I'm putting my clothes on. Like, what should I wear? But stuff like that. Or if somebody is like, oh, they want to start a business, you're like, yeah, I'm down. I'll be your first customer. Like, or do you need help? I can help you. Like, that kind of thing. And this is obviously not really a bad influence, but that's just the only thing I could think to call you. And around kids, you might actually be a bad influence. If you have nieces and nephews, or even if you're a parent, you might be the kind of parent like that people kind of side-eye because you're so youthful. But you're like, this is important. Like, Me and my kids are best friends, and they know not to try me, most importantly. But that's what makes you adorable, and that's what draws people to you so much. Like, they really want to be as free as you are. But that is all that I have for you today, my group threes. If you're going to pick another pile, I will see you there. If not, like if you want to, comment if you want to, subscribe if you want to, maybe even share. And I will see y'all next time. Bye!